We're joined this morning by Oak Grove Mayor Tony White on a Wednesday morning. And Mayor, good morning to you, sir.
Good morning, sir.
Good to have you with us. And, a lot of agencies have been helping out with the relief effort of Hurricane Helene, and Oak Grove is involved in that. What's going on with that?
Well, last week we decided that we would do something to try to help some of the victims of Hurricane Helene. We started this past Monday from 8 o'clock till 5 o'clock at the drop-off point is the Oak Grove First Baptist Church. Mm-hmm. We partnered with them to keep things there until after we get everything together and collected everything to decide where we want to go with it. Well,
there's plenty of options.
Well, since Milton now is coming through Tampa down there, yeah. Sarasota, somewhere along in there, I think we're going to hold on for just a little while and see if the effort might be needed more down there mm-hmm. than in the Carolinas or up in Georgia or whatever. So we're collecting, water, all the non-perishables, empty gas cans, batteries, anything that that hurricane victims can use. That's what we're collecting. We did get a report that the ones up in the Carolinas now, of course, it's getting cool up there. So now they're asking for not so much as water, but for generators and warm clothes, jackets, and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm. So how long will the relief effort continue?
Well, right now it's slotted for through Friday.
Okay.
But it's just according to what it looks like in Florida down there, because when it crosses the panhandle of Florida, it's going to be a Category 2 hurricane. So it's not going to let up until it gets back out in the sea. So we're going to wait and see what's needed down there, and it could extend for another week.
And this is not just for relief efforts through Oak Grove. Anybody can.
Oh, of course, yeah. I mean, it's just Oak Grove's doing it.
Yeah.
I invite anybody that lives in Childersburg, Sylacauga, Fayetteville, wherever, they can bring it by there. Yeah, this is not just Oak Grove. Mm-hmm. This is the whole community. Just Oak Grove is spearheading it.
And you think about a hurricane, and I've been involved in relief efforts in a couple of hurricanes back a number of years ago, and when people lose everything, mm-hmm. I mean, it's mind-boggling just to see the video and pictures out of the Carolinas and Tennessee and Georgia, and it's incumbent upon us to help as much as we can.
Oh, of course. I mean, you don't really think about the little things in life. We kind of take advantage of them. Mm-hmm. But when it's taken away from you and you have nothing but the clothes on your back, that sets a whole new precedence. So I haven't done this since I've been at Oak Grove, and we just decided we wanted to do something to help somebody.
Yeah. So what is the time each day?
8 o'clock till 5 o'clock.
At Oak Grove First Baptist.
Oak Grove First Baptist Church at the CLC.
Okay. All right, and we got another big event coming up Saturday, and it's the annual Fall Festival at Oak Grove, and that thing has grown by leaps and bounds, hasn't it?
It has. Last year, when we first started this about 10 years ago, we had, 500 to come through, mm-hmm. something like that. Last year, we kind of ballparked it at about between 300 and 3,500 people came through.
That's a lot of folks.
It is. But, they don't stay there all day. There's some other events that's going on around, in Ellick City and Childersburg and places like that. They'll come and stay at ours a couple of hours, then they'll go somewhere else. So just going in and out, we kind of, like I said, ballparked it around 300 to 3,500 people.
So you're full of vendors now?
We are full of vendors. We have 30 slots, and every one of them is full. Thank God.
So what's going to be happening?
Well, we're going to have live music. We're going to have bouncy houses for the kids. We're going to have food out the yin yang. There's all kind of people that's going to be there. We're going to have barbecue. We're going to have hamburgers, hot dogs. We're going to have, I think Jody Hope's going to be there with his snow cones and all that stuff. We'll have birdhouses, any kind of vending that's going on. We're going to have Christmas trees. Greg Wyckoff is going to be there. He makes Christmas trees.
Really?
Yes, and he's going to have some Christmas trees there. So I believe anything that anybody wants to look at is going to be out there this Saturday.
So what time did it start?
It starts at 9. The vendors will start coming in around 7 o'clock. And they'll get everything set up, and the actual festival starts at 9. And like I said before, we've got live music. We've got Crossfire, which is Randy Gill, Sons of Thunder.
I'm familiar with them.
Ronnie Forbes.
Yeah, they're good.
And Cherry Avenue. I don't know who the guy is with Cherry Avenue. David Harris is the one that got them. Was going to have Timber Rogers and them back this year, but they had a scheduling problem and they couldn't be there this time. So, but he promised me they'd be there next year.
So what about some of the vendors? What kind of stuff is going to be available?
Jewelry, fudge, burnt houses, Christmas trees. A couple of the churches is going to be there to hand out pamphlets. You name it, it's going to be there.
So they can get an early start on their Christmas shopping.
They are.
Yeah.
Well, you might as well. Everywhere else has got Christmas out.
Yeah.
I went into Walmart the other day, and I couldn't believe it. I mean, they just skipped over Halloween and went into Christmas. So, you know, forget about Thanksgiving.
Wow.
So but it's going to be good. We're going to have a car show. Brian Childers, I think it's called Marble City Cruisers.
Yeah.
They're going to have their cars out there.
There's some great looking cars too.
It is. It really is. I'm going to try to get, hadn't nailed it down yet, but they're supposed to let me know about Lifesaver Landing. Fire department's going to be out there selling stuff. So it's going to be really good. We're going to have golf carts. We're going to have 2 golf carts that going to be riding around in the parking lots and stuff. And if anybody needs a ride, you know, they don't have to walk down there. We'll take them down there and take them back to their cars. So we're trying to do anything and everything we can to help the older folks like me.
And me.
And
yeah.
Well, I wasn't going to say that.
Yeah, I knew you wouldn't. Yeah. Hey, you mentioned fire department. You got a new fire chief, right?
We do. Cody Cleghorn. He was sworn in, matter of fact, last night. Charlie Obard, which was with us about 15 years.
He's a good one.
He was. He really was. He moved down to a different state. And matter of fact, I talked to him yesterday because he's right in the path of that hurricane, old Milton. So I think he's going to come a little bit north and try to get out of it. But yeah, Cody Cleghorn, he's been with us for a long time. He was the assistant chief at that time. We had 3 people to put in for the chief job. We had the interviews, and the council went with Cody.
Now, your background has been fire department work as well, and talk about it's all volunteer there.
It is, every bit of it. Every bit of it's volunteer. They don't get paid a dime. They have the only way that they get money, other than if somebody wants to donate to the fire department. There's 15 volunteer fire departments in Talladega County. And
thank God.
Yeah. Well, that kind of covers where the paid fire departments, the professional fire departments, don't cover. A lot of them won't go out of their city unless it's for mutual aid or something like that. But they kind of take up all the slack on everywhere else where the fire department, paid fire departments don't go. But yeah, they don't get paid anything. They get the 2 meal tax. They get a quarterly check from the commissioner's office, and that's pretty much how they run the department. So you not only got to be good and frugal with your money, you got to take care of your equipment also.
You think about, you know, I work with a funeral home, and I'm on call at night some, and getting up at 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning, I get paid for it. These guys don't get paid for it.
They don't get paid for it. No, that's why, you know, it takes a special breed to do a fireman's job anyway.
They love it.
You've got to love it. But you know, I can remember when I was still fireman, that, you know, like you said, 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning, you'd get up. The call would be, check my blood pressure at 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning. how long have you been feeling like this? Since yesterday. Why did you wait till 3 o'clock in the morning?
Wow.
You know, they're there at their disposal and they're going to use them.
Yeah.
But these guys are, like I said, extraordinary. You know, my background is firefighting. I was in it for a good number of years. And, you know, I commend them, I really do, because I know what they go through. And to go through that and not get paid for it, that even says a lot more for them.
Yeah, and you just don't walk up and be a volunteer fireman either.
No, well, you can, but you have to go through some extensive training to be able to learn how to fight a fire, how to extricate somebody out of a vehicle, because it's just not, you know, it's called the fire department, but that's not the only thing they do. So, you know, it's a lot of our guys there are trained in 160. That's all you have to have now for a fire department for the volunteers. And I think with like a couple that is now going through it, we're setting up some EMT classes that if anybody wants to become a basic, they can.
Okay.
So there's a lot going on in the fire department right now. And I think Cody's going to take where Charlie left off and just going to take it further.
All right. Very quickly, tell us what's going to be happening the next few days out at Oak Grove.
Well, we've got the event going on Saturday with the festival. We're going to, you know, have a lot of people out there. We're going to have a lot of food out there. The only thing that costs is the food. It's free to the public. Come out there, walk around, listen to the music. The only thing it's going to cost is the food, and if you find anything from the vendors. Other than that, our hurricane relief effort is going to be going on through Friday, and it could go on next week, but we just have to wait and see. But anybody in the surrounding area, in the Coosa Valley area, can come and donate, and we'll take anything that's non-perishable.
Okay. Tony, thanks for coming by this morning.
Thank you for having me.
Oak Grove Mayor Tony White, our guest this morning. More Daybreak. Pet Connect is straight ahead.